Hey guys, welcome back to Northport Speedway. In today's video I'm going to show you how to replace the old motor in your car with a brand new high performance motor, and also the proper way to maintain your car. The old motor spins approximately 18,000 RPMs, where the new high performance motor spins 23,500 RPMs. It's a big difference. You can't imagine how fast this car goes. Okay, these are the tools you're going to need. A flathead screwdriver, a Phillips screwdriver, light oil and grease, but just make sure the oil and grease is safe for plastic. And just now unscrew the bottom of the car to remove the body. At the end of this video, I am going to show you something that I designed that takes only 10 minutes to do. And you're going to love it because it's going to come in handy when you're breaking in a new motor or just lubricating your car. I always like to work on top of a white plush towel because when you're removing parts from the car, they can't bounce all over the place. They stay put, and it's very easy to locate the part when they do come out, like a black screw. Always be careful when you're separating the body from the chassis because there's a few wires in there that can easily be pulled out, the ones that run the brake lights, the tail lights, and the headlights. So just be careful. Pull the body and the chassis apart very, very slowly. Now that you have the body separated from the chassis, now you can take a good look at the motor and the wiring and where the wires are going to. This way you can easily separate the wire that's attached to the motor because that's the motor you're going to be taking out of your car. Just simply pull easy on the plug and the plug should totally disconnect very easily. Now with a flat blade screwdriver, just put it on the bottom of the back of the motor and pry up a little bit and slide it out. Easy as that. Now you're ready to replace the old motor with the high performance motor. Okay, now you're ready to install the new motor. All you have to do is put the part with the pinion gear and the crown gear together, push forward, and then just snap with your finger the motor back into place. And you're done. Now just plug in any wires that you might have disconnected, and later on we'll tuck them out of place. Now it's a good time while you got the car apart to lube everything up. The front axle bearings, the back axle bearings, the front of the motor, the bearing in the back of the motor, and then a little white grease on the gear. Just make sure the oil and grease you're using is safe for plastic. And just remember, you don't need a lot of oil or grease, just a little bit. Matter of fact, what I normally do is after I apply the oil, I take a cloth and I wipe off any excess. And now I will be applying a little oil to the back bearing of the motor and the front part of the motor where the gear is. Now it's time to grease the gears. What I normally do is take a toothpick, and as you will see, I will put just a slightly bit of grease on the tip of the toothpick. Just a little bit, and then I slowly work it into the gear. Too much grease makes a mess. As the gear is spinning, the grease is flying all over the place. Just put it a little bit on the pinion gear and a little bit on the crown gear, and when you spin the wheels, it'll work in. Now it's time to tuck in all the wires and make sure nothing is rubbing on the wires, including the axle, the gears. Make sure the wires are in place properly. Now all you need to do is to replace the body. And now it's a good time to take a good look and make sure that the body and the chassis are fitting flush and there's nothing sticking out. When replacing all the screws, always make sure when you tighten them, as soon as the screw bottoms out, just twist a little more and that's it. Don't over tighten the screws because it's only plastic and you can crack it. Okay, that's great. We're all done. Now I'm going to show you something. I replaced the old guide with a new guide, and I'm going to show you what I designed with the old guide. Stay tuned. I think you're going to like this. This is the part I was telling you about that it's going to make your life easier when you're breaking in a new motor. Okay, again, this is the brand new guide that I installed on the car. This is the old guide that I took off. Take a good snips and cut this piece of plastic right off the guide. You can see it. It's sticking up next to the shank. There you go. It's a better look at it. Just cut that off and then take some emery cloth and just grind it down a little bit so it's flush. Now, here's the easy part. Get yourself a pack of number 10 washers. You're going to need exactly 5 of them. With a little CA glue, put a dab of glue on each washer and put the washer over the shank of the guide. Just like this. and glue each washer on top of each other. Now when you get to the fourth washer, glue that on, wait a couple of seconds for it to dry, and then you're going to cut the shank right at the base of the washer. Now that that's flush, put your fifth washer on in place and glue it with the CA glue, but make sure that you don't get any glue on the top face of the washer. Put it to the side and let it dry. Now I already made one, and I will show it to you now. That's what it's going to look like when you're done. Now on any car you have, all you do is flip it over. If that's the car you want to break in the motor, or you just want to break into lubrication, take the guide with the washers with the long end facing the back and just stick it to the magnet that's on the bottom of the car. It's not moving anywhere. Put the car on the track with the both guides on the reels, and now you can break in your motor. It's the right height for the rear wheels to spin and the right height for the brushes to touch the rails. A little fun. Now I'll tell you something a little funny. I was going to try to turn that car into a ghost car and let it spin all by itself by regulating the speed. But Carrera designed it where that if there's no ghost car spinning around the track, it will shut the car down in less than 10 seconds. So you have to use the throttle. And you can always put a piece of tape on the throttle to keep it going if you like, but I usually do 10 minutes a quarter, and the car is broken in. Now another thing I do is use the dashboard. I can see how much power I'm putting into the car, and I try to get it where the wheels are spinning very, very slow on the first light that lights up. Once that happens, your motor is fairly well broken in. And as you can see, the wheels are moving very smoothly. This is the motor that rotates at 23,500 RPMs. See, I have the wheels moving very, very slow now on one light, which tells me it's broken in. And when you're all done, just flip the car over and remove the guide. Simple as that. And now for a little test ride. It's kind of hard to drive the car and holding the camera at the same time, so forgive the jerkiness of the car, but it is lightning quick. In the next video, I will be showing you the proper way to take the high spots and the low spots off your tires and get them nice and even. If you like this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also the like button. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Have a good night.